Hey guys, what is up? And welcome to my Week 9 review of the 2019 NFL season. I know this is coming out later than usual because it's past 4:30. I usually put up at 5. I don't think I'm going to have it done. If I do, yay. If not, it'll just be a little late. But for Week 9, as you can see, I did go 8-6. Now, that gave me a record of 86, 48, and 1. I'm getting up there in the records. So, if all goes well, by week 11, I will have 100 right choices. But now let's get into the review. So 49ers at Cardinals. I did pick the 49ers to win this game. I didn't think it'd be this close, but a win is a win. A right answer is a right answer. That kind of asks, are the 49ers not as good as we thought, or are the Cardinals better than we thought? Texans at Jags. I did pick the Texans here, if I'm correct. Hold on. So I did pick the Texans. I knew it was in London, but Blake Bortles was the quarterback when the Jags would play super good in London. Gardner Minshew was the quarterback. Bears versus Eagles. I did pick the Eagles here. The Bears are just not a good offense. And that's a team where if Carolina decides to get rid of Cam Newton, the Bears could be a landing spot. They got to admit, look, we were wrong about Trubisky. He's a backup. He's a career backup. That's what Trubisky is. I'm not saying, like, this is it. He's never going to play football ever again. Or he's not going to play in the NFL ever again. But he's going to be a career backup. Oh, well. Colts versus Steelers. I did pick my Steelers here. Whoop whoop. Oh man, seeing friggin' Adam Vinatieri shank that field goal because the laces were not out. They were in towards Vinatieri. People are putting that in the holder. I watched a video from Pat McAfee that said that's the holder's fault. Or that's the snapper's fault. And even the long snapper said, yeah, that one's on me. Because he has to snap it a certain way. Like, this is amazing. So this all happens within 1 point. I think Pat McAfee said like 1.25 seconds. So less than 2 seconds, the snapper snaps it a certain way, a specific certain way. Like, I don't think people realize how difficult this is. He snaps it one specific way for the holder to catch it, put it down, and make sure the laces are out for the kicker to kick it. That all happens in like 1.25 seconds, I'm pretty sure, Pat McAfee said. So less than 2 seconds, that goes pew, pew, pew. And you have to do that, I mean, give or take, what, 5 times a game? You know, whether it's you're kicking an extra point or you're kicking a field goal. You do that probably at least 5 times a game. So it's really difficult to do that. So don't put that much on it because the long snapper, he literally has to snap it. It's not just snap the ball and make sure you put it, in the area for the punter to get it. He literally has to snap it a certain specific way to make everything go right. So I was happy. I screamed yes. And for those who don't think the Steelers deserve to win this game, there was a BS pass interference call that did not get overturned. Now, I agree with the second one not being PI, though it looked like he did push off a little, which I would have been ecstatic if they did throw the PI flag. But the NFL just refuses, or, the people in New York, whoever, are like, yeah, we're not going to admit we got that wrong. I think it's like 30 freaking pass interference calls, and like 4 have been overturned. Like, they don't give it to you ever. Jets at Dolphins. Congratulations, Dolphins. You got their first win of the season. I picked the Jets. That was my first wrong. Vikings versus the Chiefs. I didn't really have that much faith in Matt Moore, but there you go. Oh well. Titans at Panthers. I did pick the Panthers here. You get embarrassed by the 49ers, you bounce back the very next week. That's how it works. You get embarrassed, you bounce back. Redskins versus Bills. I did pick the Bills here. They are the local team for where I live. We're about an hour away from Buffalo, but they're pretty much our local team. As you can see right now, it is very clear the record for the season and Week 9 if you want to take a peek at that. Next, let's see. Buccaneers versus Seahawks. I did pick the Seahawks here. I didn't think it'd be this close of a game. But, man, it took every bit of Russell Wilson in order to win that game. He is my MVP candidate for this year. Now, if Patrick Mahomes, by the way, he's expected to play, but so he would have only missed 2 games. In that time span of 2 games, did Russell Wilson separate himself enough? Or is there a possibility that he comes back and is able to make a case for being MVP? We'll see. Lions versus Raiders. I did pick the Lions, unfortunately. The Raiders have surprised me so far this year. I didn't think they would be this good. I didn't think they were going to be terrible like last year. But I didn't think they were going to be this good. So, now I'm trying to think when Derek Carr's leg injury was, because, he's looking pretty good. So I'm trying to think if his leg injury was in 16 or 17. I think it was in 16. But if it wasn't in 16, let's say it was in 17. He hurts it at the end of 17. He would have spent 18 injured, right? And then he ends up back to his, back to form in 2019. If it was 2016 which I think it was that he got hurt, then maybe it took longer to heal. I got nothing. But he looks good. The Raiders look good. We'll see what they can do in the following weeks. Obviously, they just had the Thursday night game, but that's for the next. That's for the predictions for tomorrow. Packers at Chargers. I did pick the Packers here. Dang. I got nothing. I think what Aaron Rodgers said was valid. I do. I think maybe they underestimated the Chargers. They looked past them. They were, if they were celebrating and going out because you're in LA, if you're celebrating for the night, because they did go Friday. They went Friday instead of going Saturday. Now, that kind of allows you to adjust the time a little bit, maybe. But unless you put a strict curfew for players, stuff like that is going to happen. I mean, they're human. They want to go out. They want to have fun. They're not just a football player. Browns at Broncos. All offseason, all I heard, Browns winning the AFC North. Browns will win the AFC North. Browns will win the AFC North. Browns are a Super Bowl contender. They have a real shot. Can this be the year? Talent here, talent there, talent everywhere. You know where they don't have talent? The offensive line. They have no talent on the offensive line. They are well, I shouldn't say no talent. They have, their tackle, Chris Hubbard, used to play in Pittsburgh. So I know he's, he's okay. Not great. It's okay. And they have one good offensive lineman. That's it. The offensive lineman, I can't remember if he's a guard or a center. But if he gets hurt, that line's mediocre. That's it. I can't explain it any more than that. So it was talent. Ooh, look at this. Look at that. Yes, they get Kareem Hunt back. Now that he is no longer suspended. It was an 8-game suspension. He's back. But I just don't see the Browns, doing anything this year. They're 2-6. Somehow they're favored over the Bills, but I'll talk about that more in the predictions. But no, they're not making the playoffs. They're not. They went from Super Bowl contender in the offseason, people singing their praises to this, to being the Cleveland Browns again. You had 1 year of success. You go and get some talent, but it came at the cost of your offensive line. Because you went and got Olivier Vernon, but it cost you Kevin Zeitler. You went and got OBJ, but it cost you a first, a third, and Jabril Peppers, who just had a pick six a couple weeks ago. Speaking of pick sixes, Minkah had one. Good for you, Kevin Colbert. Thanks for going and getting him. Patriots at Ravens. You asked the Patriots to do you one favor. Just one. One favor. Do us a favor. Win this game. Steelers won. If the Ravens lose, Steelers only one game back. Huh. What happened? Come on. How did you not? Oh my God. The Steelers were a fumble away from beating the Ravens and the Patriots couldn't beat them? Come on, man. I mean, here's the thing. The Steelers are 4-4 right now, right? They fumbled against the 49ers in garbage time, trying to ice the game. 49ers ended up winning. And they fumbled in overtime against the Ravens, right? That's 6-2. Because they were driving against the Ravens with Devlin Hodges. Duck Dynasty. The third string quarterback. Fourth if you count at the beginning of the year. It was Ben, Mason, Dobbs, and Devlin. Devlin got cut. Dobbs got traded. Devlin came back. So you can count him as the third or fourth string, whatever you want to do. But they almost lost to Devlin Hodges, and Tom Brady couldn't do a damn thing against them. Come on. Really? You had the bye week. No, wait, did they have the bye week? Didn't the Patriots have the bye week to prepare for this? I feel like they did. Or are they on bye this week? You know what? I think they're on bye for week 10. I think 30. Yeah, they're on bye for week 10. But come on, Patriots. I asked you to do one thing. Win this game. You are the winningest franchise. I think that's a word. But you have the most wins in the last 20 years, basically, of any team. And you can win this game? I'm disappointed in you, Ravens. Or Patriots. Cowboys at Giants. I picked the Cowboys. This wasn't hard. So, if you guys enjoyed this, sorry about ranting, but if you enjoyed this, please leave a like. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and turn notifications on. I'll see you guys next video. Later.
Once I was 7 years old, Mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old.